Ira Epstein with your Ira Epstein Morning Flash Update. And this update is for Tuesday, the 14th of April, 2020, about 9:15 a.m. Normally, I'd be saying tomorrow's tax day, which it is, but we have extensions, right? So I don't know who's going to be filing other than those getting back returns. You know, if you take a look in the energy market, not the prettiest picture that's going on right here, but why is gasoline then up? So it gets fascinating as to where we're going. Natural gas prices back down. If we're looking at the soft commodities, a mixed picture. In the grain markets, still under pressure. They haven't been able to pick themselves up. As I step over here to the note market, we're up a little bit, which is interesting as the stock market keeps roaring. We look today at Johnson & Johnson. They had great earnings and they're increasing a dividend. Even the transportation stocks are up. Even the cruise lines are up today. So what gives? Well, we'll have to take a look at that. But the airlines still have not decided what they're going to do as a group going to the government, which I find very interesting. And this market is looking at bake earnings. Jamie Dimon came out. And he was this morning talking about ideas on where the economy is, and you walk away with the uncertain feeling. But the numbers that came out of JP, well, they were probably more or less on the area, not up, but certainly not as bad as they could have been. We then get to other parts. Take a look at this metal market. The gold market, as I said, it's catching that idea that with all these trillions thrown at the marketplace by central banks, everything's going to come home to roost and you're debasing currencies. The silver market catching on with the copper. Now, if you look at the platinum and palladium, platinum especially up $80 this morning. I mean, these are big moves that are going on. So let's take a look at what we've got. As I said, today starts the beginning of the U.S. earnings season. We're getting the banks, Wells Fargo, they're all coming out today. Chinese trade data, this is what started the market up. And the fact is, for the March data, assuming we believe the data, and there's no reason not to, exports were down 6.6% on the year, but they were expected down more than double that at 15.9. Here's wild. The imports were down just 0.9. They were expected to be down 10%. That helps the trade partners that they buy raw materials from in China. Trade surplus, you'd expect that to be down. It was. They expected a plus 21 billion, 19.8. Now, today we get the Texas Railroad Commission. They're meeting. Are they going to curtail oil prices? So that'll become fascinating. We then also had this morning the U.S. import-export price recap. And the import prices were down 2.3%. They were expected down 3%. The prior month was down 0.5%. When we take a look at export prices, down 1.6%. Prior was down 1.1%. But look at petroleum prices, down 27.4%. Prior month down 7.6%. All of the sales numbers, both from the ICSC and the Red Book, are down. People are in their homes. There's only so many groceries you're going to get. You're not going to be out there buying clothing. I'm telling you that now. You're not going to sporting events. You're not buying tickets for things, whatever. So retail sales, whatever that whole thing combines, not up, down. Fannie Mac said in the recent outlet, they're looking for U.S. average home growth up 0.4% in 2020. That kicks up to 0.7% 2021. But here's the spectacular thing. Mortgage rates are expected to be 3.3% this year and then falling to 3.1% in 2021, which means they're not seeing the long end of the market coming back anytime soon. And by the way, a lot of these rates are based on the 10-year yield, so they're not looking for that to come back very much. You know, I put it all together and I find it rather fascinating. The way the stock market has come back, it's breathtaking, and obviously the market is telling you a story. And the story is, as much as other traders are looking for the market to come down, there's nowhere to put money. So they want to put money back to work in the stock market. I'm talking retail investors. If you watch financial TV, that's what you're seeing. The question is how and when, and that will be the big thing that I think everybody watches. You know, one of the things we do at Linn Associates is we talk market research, but we don't just talk it, because if you get our charting software, you'll hear during the day conversations going on that are coming right through the charting software. If you miss one, you can go back and catch it because they're all kept in our media library. But besides that, what about the writings? And our group writes on a whole series of categories. All these different categories: option ideas, spread ideas, what is going on in the inner workings of the futures markets, what are people saying, where do you go with it? So if you'd like to see what we send our clientele, we'd love to show it to you. And there's not just a few stories a day, there's quite a few. How do you get it? Either call my staff, they'll be happy to set you up right away. You can go to our website. On the bottom right, you'll see our free offerings. Take advantage of that and any others that you'd want at that point. And you can always click up here. If you're watching me on YouTube, that icon will take you right to that page. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great day. I'll see you this afternoon with our Market Wrap.